Oh yes. Yeah. So if you do not have the permission to the directory, but you have the file permission, we will see how to control such access. So Windows, I didn't pay attention too much, but it's more simpler. But it's based on the Linux and Unix access control. We will see end of this chapter, maybe next class, how to set up the access control for the file and the directory and how to control. Okay, that is basically 3 different options: read, write, and execute. Problem is there is no execution on the directory, but there is a meaning of that such a the directory, which means traverse, the search the file and the directory. So we will see the permission in the next class. Okay, so may go back to the directory. So for the directory, most important part is the grouping. Okay, we direct a group to organize a bunch of files. And also efficiency. Efficiency means, anyway, the reason why I'm using such a directory or grouping is to find the file very fast. So that is the efficiency. However, the naming is another benefit of using directory. Like if we do not have the directory, he create the ABC file. I try to create the ABC file. It's a name conflict. However, if we separate the directory by the user, he has his own directory, I have my directory, we can create the ABC file. So we can solve the reasonably naming conflict using the directory structure. This is a very simple directory structure, single level directory structure. This is a folder name, directory name. Under the directory there are not only just one file, the circle means group of files. So you can create a group of files. Still, there's a naming problem, which means under the same directory we can create this slightly. And the grouping, what if I have the main and he has the main, so it's not fully solved such a problem. So what if we have the 2 level, okay, for each user and or other meaning? So we have the master directory and the subdirectory, and finally we have the such a file. That's not enough also, then why not? Another level, so that is the tree structure eventually. So this is nowadays most of operating system that the tree structure, the directory structure. So which means it's from the root. What is a tree? It's a data structure that you learned in your data structure class long time ago. Then, what is the characteristic of the tree data structure? It has a node first. Node is in this case a directory structure. Okay, node is the data item. That when you start your data structure class, probably you learned about what is a node. Node has a number of attributes. Each attribute can be some the value that you are going to define, that you are going to use. So it is node. In this case, a directory is the node. Then the relationship between the node is a parent and child. One parent has many children. The node, and it's a one direction, top to bottom. If you build a really tree, like the root is bottom to up, it doesn't matter. So it is such a relationship, which means always this directory, subdirectory is on the span. Okay, not through the bin. And this directory, for example, the all is from span, mail, the copy, and all, and so on. So this is the tree structure. Is it the same structure that you use? Question?
All files might be in bin directory also, right?
Yes, bin here.
Can we reference that to the all?
That's the one, the weakness of the tree structure. Okay, because the node, this directory is always on the bin. What if I'd like to access this one from here, but to do that you need to start from here. So tree structure is not it's very similar as the one you use in your operating system, but not exactly the same. Okay, so it's pretty much solve the naming conflict or the other grouping problem, but it's not flexible. So to address that one, so we can consider graph, a cyclic graph. Cyclic graph means there exists a circle. Because what is the main difference between the graph and the tree?
Tree doesn't have cycle.
Which one is more general? Graph is the general, right? And the tree is always the one direction, parent to the children relationship, but graph does not, just between two. Okay? For example, the HR organization, like in the company, is a tree, from CIO to CEO and so on. However, the Facebook user is a graph. There's no top, there's no parents, no leaf, something like that. So graph, however, name the thing of the graph. It can be circle. Okay? Circle, I point to this one. This is my subdirectory. He is his subdirectory, but I'm his subdirectory. Very confused, right? We will see such a problem later, but if we do not allow such a cycle, which means a cyclic graph, it's a general solution of the limitation of the tree structure. So this is a cyclic graph. This is a tree structure. A cyclic graph directory. This is a tree structure directory. So nowadays, most of systems use a cyclic graph. Also, some of them allow cyclic. At that time, there's a problem of the what if I delete him, but he will delete cascade, delete the subdirectory, but he will delete me. Then it will be deleted altogether. We will see such a the problem, how to solve it in the general directory structure. So today I'm going to stop here. So I forgot to have the quiz. Definitely the next time I will have the quiz of the previous chapter. Okay, we'll continue the chapter 11. Any question? Okay, thank you, and see you next week.
Bye.